I love this cornbread so much, I want to take it behind a middle school and get it pregnant.
This is insane, you guys.
Yo, this is sexy, man.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the PanelsOnPages.com podcast with your host, Lee Rodriguez.
At the end of the day, babies are terrible people, and I'm not sorry for saying it.
Jason Knize.
Motherfucker, I won best costume.
Jose Guzman.
Yeah, I know nothing about Firestorm except for his hat's always burning.
And Kelly Harris.
Boy, love, it appears we got a penis in the mail.
I glued my fucking eyes shut!
I just want to see all these Yelp reviews of Jose's jizz.
Oh, sorry, I knocked over the salt.
Like you had anything better to do.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Today is Tuesday, October 17th, 2017, and this is episode number 397. Keeping up on that 400 on the PanelsOnPages.com podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Knize.
Just like Netflix, the podcast has a skip intro button.
Jose Guzman. All right. And Kelly Harris.
You guys ever think about Billy Corgan and his cats as much as I do? Bet you don't.
I guarantee you I do not.
No, but did you see my tweet that Bill Burr and Billy Corgan are slowly becoming the same person?
Oh, that was like a legit
man,
long
yeah.
tweet. I saw that and like actually laughed.
I saw the picture and I was like, oh, it's Billy Corgan.
No, just Bill Burr. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's get into it. I got stories. And I want to get the fuck out of here relatively soon.
4-hour show.
Shut the fuck up.
No lie. Nice, like, I'm real tired. I can cut it short. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I do have stories. So.
No, like, I've only got 2 news stories, so we're not going to bullshit for
Each
45
one's a full hour.
45 minutes talking about
we got
news.
a lot to talk about. This new mutant.
Don't censor yourself because I'm fucking cranky and tired. Please.
It's okay. We've all been there, man. It's all good. But yeah, so fucking Goat and I went to a wrestling show over the weekend. It was the inaugural Overdrive Pro Wrestling show, and it was pretty fucking solid, gotta say.
Nice.
It was actually a lot of fun.
Well
Ricochet
lit.
and John Hennigan headlined the show.
That's a solid main event.
Yeah, and they crushed it. It was really
One of
good.
the 30 names you can find John Hennigan working on.
Let's see who else is there. Ryback had a match with some dude.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus.
Fuck Ryback so hard.
You know
Taking
what?
it way right back.
He was pretty good.
Yeah,
like,
but his takes are garbage.
oh, his takes are like the hottest trash. Yeah, but like, but he looked really good. He was moving well. Like, did like some dives and shit like you didn't see him do in WWE. Like, it was really kind of impressive.
I wish he'd dive off a fucking cliff.
With a fucking bullet-shaped head.
Who'd he wrestle, out of curiosity?
Some fucking local jamoke.
Okay.
Let's see, Tessa Blanchard was there. Couple cats. Robbie E, I think is one guy's name. He was like this ridiculous, over-the-top superstar heel guy. He was great. I think a couple local guys, but like it was a good mix of local and like sort of known indie talent. Midway through the show, the kind of promoter guy comes out and, you know, he's terrible, and, you know, because I think every wrestling show needs that boring lull part in the middle. But he introduced a new general manager of Overdrive Pro Wrestling, and out comes Terry fucking Runnels, which was very surprising, to say the least. Girl can still get it. Just saying, not bad.
I don't know. Didn't she get like HPV from New Jack?
I'm sure that's fine now.
That clears up.
Yeah, it's good.
They got a vaccine for that. I've seen commercials.
Exactly. Yeah. Ask your doctor. So Tessa Blanchard was there, and she wrestled a young lady by the name of Rebel.
Ah, she sucks.
Kelly loves Rebel.
Rebel can go fucking jump off a cliff. Fucking keep her out of stardom so I don't have to see her garbage ass wrestling the girls I actually like.
Rebel's shorts are the hardest working garment in pro wrestling.
Yeah, they really are.
You cannot cram an ounce more ass in those shorts. Like it said, but you know, it looks tight, it looks nice. Like you and I, we can't do any squats. She's clearly done all the squats. There are no squats left to be had. She's fucking done them all. Now that's all fine. The reason this even comes up is because the beginning of the show. Fucking announcer dude comes out, says to the crowd, says, "Please rise for a national anthem." I'm like, nah, because I don't do that. It's not a thing that I do.
You were Kaepernicking it before Kaepernicking it was cool.
Oh, straight up. Like, I don't fucking pledge. I don't stand. I don't do that. Fuck that nonsense. But, everyone around me doing the thing, and I hear the guy go, "Well, we have a flag, I guess, kind of behind that lady." And he points to Rebel's gimmick table, where her banner is her in like a red, white, and blue bikini with the word rebellion written across her leg and ass, this little area, in front of an American flag.
But
now,
like a tattered, like Ed Hardy American flag.
Yeah. Which this is exceptional for two reasons. One, just the amazing quality of the image we're looking at and the context. And two, the fact that this is like a public-ish building and there's not an American flag hanging from the ceiling, or like a Confederate one at the very least. Very odd. Like, it was kind of strange as I'm thinking about it. And so, like, then I stand up immediately because I have to see what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
And what is going on is an utterly unironic and like totally sincere, yeah, this is what you do during the national anthem. Them motherfuckers taking their hats off, putting them over their hearts and shit like that. And like, and no one was singing. It was just the most amazing, like, canned Muzak version of the Star Spangled Banner you've ever heard. Just wah 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 wah. Just your shitty PA, like. And I almost peed my pants and or passed out from just the amazing surreal. I'm looking around and like every head is fixed on this fucking Maxim centerfold. This complete reverence, and I thought Goat was gonna die. It was the funniest thing I've seen in a very long time. It was like, for a moment, we were all living in a Wes Anderson movie. It was legitimately incredible. It was fucking amazing.
I loved on your Facebook post about this story, and Zero was like, "Did anybody kneel for the anthem?" And I was like, "Well, she is."
Straight up.
She's on all fucking fours.
She's straight double kneeling. Probably not for the same reason.
No.
Love lady.
I love that my local indie, when they do the national anthem, the recording they have includes a jet flyover.
Oh, that's amazing.
So like it gets to the end and you just
That's kind of awesome. That's fucking fantastic.
I like the idea of the anthem starts and Lee's sitting down, just kind of shrugging his shoulders, and then he just shoots up because he has to see what's going on, and somebody looking from afar is like, "Oh, this motherfucker's patriotic as hell."
He knows what's
Very
up.
well could have happened. It was amazing. Victoria was there. I'm sorry, the chick who used to be Victoria. And she almost seemed to be promoted. Like, the ring announcer announced her as formerly known as Victoria from the WWE.
Yeah, Lisa Marie
yeah,
Barron.
they'll do that.
Like, that's just how she's announced, I guess. It's very odd.
Yeah, because
Yeah, they'll
like,
do that.
the normies who just kind of showed up at a wrestling show might not know her by her real name.
You fucking
wrestled,
norms.
ODB. And ODB is... She's ODB.
OD,
Much enjoys slapping her tits.
yeah.
She slapped the tits 700 times in this, like, 10-minute match.
There's something about ODB that does it for me. It might be the slapping the tits.
Like she slaps her tits, and then at one point, like she's clearly wearing kind of like wrestling gear-esque stuff. Like she's got like the high stockings, like something going on. But like over that, she just has like this short, like mini dress type thing. And so she's got Victoria down on the bottom buckle. She goes to run to do basically like a Bronco Buster type thing. And she runs, and when she lands on her, she like stands up a little bit and just like lifts her skirt to like flash her puss at her, and then jumps on her again. And I'm like, that's a weird move. Like, I don't know that I understand what the fuck is happening here.
Puss.
Well, I mean, the Bronco Buster to begin with is a weird move. So
it really is. Yeah, heard X-Pac on a podcast talking about ripping his asshole up and doing that.
That man tore his anus.
And continues to do the move.
Yeah,
And he's ripped his asshole again doing it.
No, stop doing that.
He did it twice.
That's just stupid. It's just stupid. That's a dumb motherfucker. And then,
Ow!
yeah.
I bet that's just the sound he made, Jose.
Jesus, man.
All right, so we were there
Don't
for a
tell
little
me you
bit.
Googled ripped asshole.
Don't Google ripped asshole.
No,
I bet that's a bad time.
Don't Google ripped
I
asshole.
don't need to do that.
What
like-
you can Google though is something that Goat turned me on to. His brother saw some article about it and passed it on to him, which fucking blew his mind. He in turn passed it on to me, and it captured my imagination in a big bad way. And so, we couldn't help it. So just when you're alone, nobody's around, go to Google machines and type in Good Girls Company and click the first link. It's going to take you to sexisland.co. All right? Now,
what?
what this website is promoting is a 3-night, 4-day stay at a Colombian island wherein, I quote, each guest receives 1 ticket, which includes the company of 2 girls each day for unlimited amounts of sex. There will be
Sweet.
30 girls to choose from. At any moment, you can switch girls with any of the 30 other guests.
Oh,
What in the entire fuck?
so it's just Prostitute Island.
Yeah, it's just Whore Island. Straight up. Straight
All
up.
right.
No lie, these prices ain't half bad.
That's the other thing. $5,000 for 3 nights and 4 days in like any other resort is not bad. This is like a crazy like Whore Island resort.
And you get all the hookers you want.
I don't see I see the highest package is $1,500 here.
Yeah, but if you go to the main thing, like the big event is like it's in November and it's like the big 5,000. Yeah, but $1,500 for a day isn't bad. This is like the main high thing. Other highlights on the webpage include our event allows for all types of drug consumption, and our girls are very drug friendly.
Oh no.
See what else we got?
Trap.
See, all the girls serve to please and make you feel like a king. If you have any special desires or fantasies, inform the host or the girls, and they will make sure to fulfill them. All our girls are tested and are free of any sexual diseases. There's a strict condom usage policy, and we have an unlimited amount of condoms. Now, if there's one thing I trust in this world, it's a Colombian AIDS test on Whore Island. Yep. There is nothing wrong with that situation. Like, everything about this is obviously on the up and up.
Yeah.
This is the application for To Catch a Predator.
It says, hey, and it's really convenient. Like right here on the website, you just put in your credit card number and they bill you $5,000 and you're good to go. That's all you got to do. Like, what could possibly go wrong?
Guys, my fantasy is I want to pretend I'm in a Girls Gone Wild video. So could someone bring in a kettle drum?
And all the girls in these pictures are just fucking just tens. Like it's impossible. It's
I want to play the drum, not
fucking insane.
no one else.
And so I keep googling and keep researching, and like the like all the kind of top news stories on Google are about like local Colombian government says nuh-uh. like no, you cannot make our country and city the destination for Whore Island. Like we're not gonna let you do that. Like, one of my favorite headlines was visitors going to Colombia for orgy party will be deported. So yeah, sure, $5,000 plus airfare. I'm sure it's a completely solid investment. There's no way you're gonna get robbed. This is a great idea.
What do you think will go better, this or the fire festival that happened last year, or this?
Oh God, I don't even know. It's so fucking ooky. I feel like the people that would do this are definitely worse people than the fire festival.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course.
Like just the scummiest of fucking scumbags.
But I have a feeling that I trust this more than I trust Ja Rule.
Oh,
I
so
think
fucking bizarre.
the only scenario where this would be an option is if you have only a week to live, or if you're planning to commit suicide. So you're like,
There
okay,
you go.
I'm gonna go to Whore Island for a week, and then just fucking
Just check out.
Fuck it all.
just OD on the last day. Just get all my jollies in.
I like it. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. That is. Yeah, that's the only way.
Because you'll probably
That's the only way this makes sense.
if that's not your plan, you're probably gonna get hostiled anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need a fucking crystal ball to say that no one who does this, there's no happy ending here. Like, this story only ends in sadness. It just depends on, like, how sad is it. It's fucking crazy. But it captured my imagination.
A lot of
would you guys rather go to this or on the proposed wizard cruise?
I think this. That's tough, but I think probably this.
yeah, I'm still gonna say Wizard Cruise because I do feel like I will eventually make it back home from a Wizard Cruise.
Ooh, that's true.
But you might get fucked on both.
Yeah, you're probably gonna get fucked. You're probably not gonna get your money's worth, and you might come home with some incurable disease. But
Tough to say. So yeah. So I texted Nicole when I was out, and I'm like, do not let me forget to tell you about Whore Island.
some
Can't
real
tell you now. I gotta see your face. Just Whore Island. And she's like, what the fuck? Just trust me. Whore Island.
some real fat Colombian donks on this website. Which brings me to a point I wanted to bring up. Have you guys noticed that butts are getting bigger?
Butts are totally getting bigger.
Yeah.
Like, and their shapes are different too. Like,
and like tits are kind of out of style.
tits are way out of style, but I'm still a tit man. But like, we were leaving Taco Bell yesterday, and there was this family, and this girl, I don't know how old she could have been fucking 15 for all I know.
Well,
But-
this is going to some dangerous territory.
She had a 15-year-old girl torso and a donk of a Nicki Minaj backup dancer. And her jeans were just filled to the brim with donk. And I'm like, is it just the way donks are growing these days, or is there a specific workout that people are doing to get their donks in particular shape?
I feel like it's more workouts to do that, and also the clothes are fit more to accentuate the donk.
Mary suggested it's all these high-waisted jeans all these hipster kids are wearing.
Yeah, just shaping the donk, not entirely unlike a Play-Doh fun factory.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be this fucking all the hormones in the chicken too, dog. Just saying.
True.
All the additives in the food. Accentuate them donks.
Mickey
So-
D's.
A Kickstarter to send Kelly to Whore Island.
All the data.
Now,
Oh, God.
now, if
So it ends with me dying, though, right?
if Whore Island was in Japan, Kelly would be up for it.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Or
and then I'd probably
Joey Janela's.
find
Joey Janela's Whore Island.
Oh, that'd be a great time.
you
We'd
end
all
up
go to that. Like,
you end up-
I'm in.
We're all in now.
you end up having a threesome with Marty Jannetty and the Invisible Man.
Oh, Marty Jannetty was there too. I saw Marty Jannetty over the weekend.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
How was the trash bag wrestler quotient?
Not bad. It was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fun.
It was a very kind of well-rounded show. It wasn't bad.
That's a fun Facebook page to go to. Is the Trash Bag Wrestlers Facebook page? Trash Bag Wrestlers, for those that don't know, are just fucking local yokels that throw on a t-shirt and jean shorts and call themselves a wrestler.
Yeah, there were a couple of dudes that came out. Their tag team name was just Mayhem.
Nice.
And I looked at Goat and I go, these guys look like they used to hang out with my dad. So, straight the fuck up. Like, I think I might have met that guy when I was 4.
You know, I was a little tired before this show, but after checking out that Whore Island website, I am perked right up, I tell you.
That's right.
Ever since Lee said it, I can't stop thinking about what a great name for butts Play-Doh Fun Factory is.
You're welcome. Fucking artist.
That girl's got a Play-Doh Fun Factory.
Straight up. And the last thing, I got a jiu-jitsu promotion last night. I got a stripe on my belt, and that was very exciting.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Proud of you,
Feel
man.
like a goddamn beast lately. It's been fun. It's been good times.
Your wife's Facebook post nearly made me break down in tears. God damn it!
It was very nice. It was very nice.
Aww.
I'm reading that Facebook post, and I'm like, man, I don't think my wife would ever write something like this about me. I fucking suck compared to Lee.
That's not true, and you know it.
Oh,
Not true, and you know it. It's very good. It feels good. I've been
it
getting
feels
strong,
good.
getting fast, fucking crushing it. It's been really good. And we got a 3-hour charity roll-a-thon coming up on the 24th of next month. So Black Friday. I'm taking a bunch of donations for Salvation Army, toys, food, money, whatever. And we're just gonna roll for like 3 hours. So it's gonna be fun. Bring guys from all these other schools around the area. It'll be fun times.
You guys gonna have Limp Bizkit on loop?
I am thinking about making a sweet playlist that will absolutely include Rollin' as the first track.
Juan in the chat says only 7 tickets left for Sex Island until his credit card is approved. Then only 6.
Those are the same 7 tickets that have been available since this weekend, and the same 7 tickets apparently that have been available according to an article I read that was like written in like September.
What did it say? Only 20 tickets available?
30.
30, yeah. So you got to imagine that like those first 15 tickets went immediately as soon as they went on sale.
Yeah.
And then the other 15 tickets have had a harder time getting sold.
Or the website has always said 7 tickets are available, and they're just stealing money.
Right, yeah.
That might be the more likely scenario. But hey, by all means, you go to Whore Island. We gotta know what's up.
Yeah.
Let us know what's happening.
In the cocaine capital of the universe.
Yeah, in a quote drug-friendly environment. So I'm just saying, what could possibly go wrong? What you got going on, Kelly?
Just thinking about how I'd get stabbed if I went to Colombia.
Well,
Oh, like whatever. Like, none of us would survive 15 minutes in Colombia except for Jose.
Until they found out I didn't speak Spanish.
and he'd survive 22 minutes.
Let's see what's been going on with me. I watched on Friday. I hung out with some friends and we watched my buddy's wedding video.
What?
Which here's the thing about it. It's goddamn amazing because it's one of the worst things I've ever seen. So they had their normal photographer. And then at the reception, they also had like this photo booth that you could go in and take pictures.
I'm familiar. Yep.
Well, apparently the dude that runs the photo booth just took it upon himself to film and edit together a wedding video. No one asked him to do this.
Wait, what?
No one realized he was doing it over the course of the wedding. So like 8 months after the wedding happened, they just get this video from this dude saying, "Hey, look what I made." They didn't pay him for it. He just did it.
8 months after the wedding. What is he trying to show the 11th hour up? That's some good turnaround time, buddy.
The video itself is incredible. Like, most of it is completely out of focus. A lot of it is just shot in pitch dark, so you can't even see anything.
Yeah, I like it.
There's random shots of just the ground that he'll... There was a good chunk of, like, there was a good 30 seconds where the video just hung on a hot glue gun in a box.
That's the patented... The shot of the ground is the patented Knize shot, by the way, where I forget that I'm still recording and I walk with the camera.
And the funny thing is, like, no one knew he was doing this, and, like, one of the greatest parts about it was when people would go into the photo booth, he would sneak around the other side and put his camera through, like, a little slit that he had, and film them while they're in there.
Oh my god.
This is strange.
So it just looks like he's a pervert, and I'm just waiting for, like, someone to look down and realize his dick's out.
Did he get paid for the photo booth?
Purpose.
And then the whole time, like, and then after they leave, he quick pulls out and then goes after him. And there's
always quick pull.
There's this shot of his feet, and I'm like, oh my god, this is just a POV porn waiting to happen, isn't it? And then, like, every now and then, someone in the photo booth notices they're being filmed by this guy and, like, gets weirded out by it.
Clams up, yeah.
But this is all in the video he cut and then presented
as his finished product.
And
yes.
then your friend is like, you guys gotta come over and watch this fucking thing. It's amazing.
Yeah. There is one point where he puts down the camera and there's like a good 20 seconds where you just see a guy in a suit walking towards the camera. And then it just cuts like right when the guy gets up to it.
And
like
he edited this and left shit like that in.
He left all this garbage in there.
How many
fucking avant-garde shit?
How many? Yeah, it's kind of like Gabe's fucking horror short movie in The Office, where he's sitting in Stanley's backseat.
Exactly.
But yeah, in the video, there's like a few good chunks that you can actually see. You can see me pull off an expertly pulled off Running Man. Just fucking nailed it.
Just crushed it, eh?
Just crushed it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
We discovered that the groom, his dancing pretty much all centers around him just running in circles and pointing.
So he's white.
The dice thing too much.
There's just so much pointing. And yes, Lee, very, very white.
Just guessing.
Yeah.
Mahoney in the chat says, donate to my GoFundMe to get Kelly a hobby that isn't sitting around watching wedding videos. GoFundMe.com/SaveWeddingVid Kelly.
I've only watched that one. But I would be willing to sit and watch the rest of this dude's movies.
Yes.
Just to see the other art that he has crafted.
I think that's the only word to describe it. It's clearly art.
Like, just, I think it was really the shot on the hot glue gun sitting in the box is really the one that just pushed it over the edge.
Why was there a hot glue gun?
Movie?
I'm assuming he had it so that, like, he glued feathers onto sunglasses for people to wear in the booth. That's my guess.
I could see that.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can guess. There was a good chunk where he just kept in a woman that was just staring directly at him for a good, like, that was a good 50 seconds. Like, you could tell she was like, I don't know who this motherfucker is. I'm going to watch him to make sure he's not being a pervert.
That is so strange.
It's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Especially because they didn't ask him to do this, and no one really noticed him doing it. And if they did notice him doing it, no one mentioned anything about it.
That's amazing.
So if you ever hire a photo booth guy for your wedding, be warned. They might just make their own video for funsies.
Yeah, that fucking photo booth business is like a thing now. Like, I've seen several places that tell people pulling that off, and it's like, how does this count? And good for you, but fuck, man.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I mean, it's smart. People like to do it, and you get more pictures of your event, so why not?
Yeah, I'm just saying like this. Just the overhead is insanely low. Like it's just fucking pure profit.
Yeah.
Good for those guys. I'm not mad at it.
No.
Not mad at all.
Trying to think if I've ever done anything else recently. Not really.
Well, what you're doing when that's your fucking weekend? I mean, what else you got to do?
I know.
Just being fucking greedy at that point. Yeah. What's going on, Knize?
I got some shit that's grinding my fucking gears.
Let's have it.
Literally. So I've talked a little bit about my car problems of my brand new car that, well, it wasn't brand new, but I got a new car in July.
God damn it.
It was a 2007 Ford Escape. Got it in July, and a week after I got it, the starter died, and it's just been one thing after another. So I take it to Ford in August after I get it to get a work service, which is oil change. They top everything off, rotate the tires, they check, make sure everything's looking great, or at least they say they're supposed to. And then I had the fucking issues with my radio where it, killed my entire instrument panel.
Fucking weird.
Oh my god.
Oh, I remember that.
So, the most recent issues were I got a error message that said oil change needed on my instrument panel, which doesn't make sense because I just got my oil changed in August and it's October. And then I was hearing a weird, nasty grinding noise coming from my back rear tire, and also like when I would come to a complete stop, it sounded like something was rolling around, like I had a pickup truck. And something was rolling around the bed of the pickup truck. So I was like, all right,
no, not good.
I'm going to take it into Ford because they did my oil change, so they should check out the oil change error message. And also this grinding, rolling noise. It got to the point where I pulled into a gas station one day, and this guy in this pickup truck pulled in not soon after me, and he was like, "What is that noise? That doesn't sound good." So,
thanks, Craig. Appreciate it.
Yeah, let's see. Let me get my dates correct here. On October 5th, I bring my car in to Ford.
If it please the court.
On October 5th, I bring my car into Ford, leave it there overnight, and I had an appointment for Friday morning. Friday afternoon, I get a call. They say they reset the oil change light. I guess whoever did my oil change just didn't reset it when they were doing it. So it eventually popped up saying that I need an oil change. Okay, whatever.
Shit happens.
And they said that the grinding noise is just that my entire undercarriage is rusty and crappy and old. And unless I want to spend like $2,000 replacing everything down there, I should just drive it and not worry about it. So they didn't charge me anything. Mary dropped me off, and then we headed home from there. We're about 5 miles away from the Ford dealership. I'm about 5 minutes away from getting home, and every time I press on the gas pedal, I'm hearing a squealing noise.
Oh no!
But like,
Good.
not like a squealing like a belt or something. Like liquid is passing through a small hole, and you're hearing the squealing of the liquid coming through the hole. That's what the squealing was.
Oh, that just gave me a chill just thinking about it.
And whenever I would come to a stop, my engine just started to shake violently. Violently. And I'm right around the corner from the house, so I'm just hoping to God in rush hour traffic I'm able to get to the house before it completely dies on me. So I get home, immediately get on the phone with Ford, like, what the fuck? Like, I just picked up my car, and this is a whole new problem that is even worse. What did you assholes do? They were obviously closed for the night. So the next morning, I get a hold of AAA. They come pick up the car. They bring it to Ford. I had a 10:30 appointment that Saturday, which was the 7th. And, I was just kind of waiting to hear what happened. Nothing on Saturday. Closed on Sunday. Nothing on Monday. I call on Tuesday to be like, hey, any updates? Anything? I'm like, no updates. Like, okay, that's interesting. So, I had an appointment on Saturday, but no updates by Tuesday. Whatever. Well,
Now, have they had your car this whole time?
yes, they had my car from Saturday on. I picked it up Friday night and brought it back that Saturday morning. Had it towed in. So it's just sitting there, and it seems like they've either forgotten about it, or they're ignoring it, or they know they fucked something up, so they don't want to tell me. Whatever. I believe
They said, "Who dis? Wrong number."
so. I call on Thursday the 12th. Be like, hey, haven't heard anything, and no one could find my information. I finally get a manager. And the manager's like, okay, let me go figure out what's going on. And then he calls me back a little bit later. He says, all right, so apparently it's a transmission fluid pump. And I say, okay, well, how much does it cost to replace that? And he says, oh, well, it pretty much ruined your entire transmission, so you're going to have to get your transmission replaced. That's going to be about $3,000 to $4,000.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
So I'm like, okay.
What's the lemon law?
It says, okay, let me get this gun out of my mouth real quick to figure this out. And I said, wow, that really sucks. And he says, but I'll tell you what, let me get you a detailed estimate, and I'll get back to you. I'm like, all right, that sounds great. So that was Thursday. Nothing Friday. Nothing Saturday.
Oh, come on.
Nothing Monday. So I call to. Finally, I didn't hear anything. I'm talking to my old man because he helped get the car, and he is definitely taking responsibility for the car at this point.
Did
Because
you buy it from this dealership?
no, different dealership.
Okay.
And he says, well, I've got this guy, so let's just get it over to this other guy and get a second opinion. I'm like, sounds good. So this morning I get up, I call Ford to let them know, no answer, I leave a message. I call the new place to let them know, they're all good, it's all straight. I get a hold of AAA, Triple H is good, AAA is good, and they're on their way to Ford. So this whole time, this is like 2 hours between when I call AAA and when they're supposed to arrive. I'm trying to get a hold of Ford to let them know that a tow truck is coming to pick up my car. And you guys should probably know this. And
You're gonna have one less car in a couple hours.
Yeah.
than you do right now.
and I'm not gonna be there, so I wanted to make sure that this would go as easily as possible. So I'm calling, and I'm getting voicemails. I'm getting, okay, well, they can't come to the phone right now. Can I take a message? I'd leave my name. I'd leave my number. I did this like 3 or 4 times. Finally, I called, and they're like, yeah, the cashier's helping a customer right now. She can't answer the phone. I'm like, well, like the tow truck, I'm looking at the tracker, the AAA tracker. The tow truck is literally around the corner. Like, I need to talk to somebody because I don't know if I owe them any money for them looking at my car.
Like, she's saying the chick on the phone is the chick at the register is busy. She can't answer the phone. It's like, you're on the phone with me now.
Right, exactly.
Like,
And every time I would call, they'd be like, well, who's your service agent? I'm like, why does it fucking matter? Like, pull up my car and find out what's going on with it. So she says, well, she can't come to the phone right now. Leave me your name. Leave me your number. I will get you a manager, and a manager will call you right back.
oh, it's a fuckery afoot, sir.
I never heard from Ford again. And on the AAA tracker, I'm watching my car go from Ford to the new mechanic. Never heard from Ford. They apparently gave my keys to this guy, no problem.
Oh my god.
So, and the new mechanic says, yeah, the transmission is right fucked, but it'll be about $2,300. So, pretty deep into this car already. Too deep to get a new one.
2,300 is a far cry from 3,000 to 4,000.
Yeah, absolutely. And
What the fuck?
and these guys will actually like answer my phone call. So
Well, that's good.
there's that. So that's been grinding my gears, and apparently it's possible that the grinding noise I was hearing was due to the transmission too. So there's also that. But I brought this fucking car into Ford 4 or 5 times, and you guys like aren't gonna catch that?
That is ridiculous.
How do you not catch that? I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's insane.
And I'm still very suspicious that they caused the problem. Like, my car was running decently except for that grinding noise and the oil change light, and then once I got it back and that shit started to happen, like, I had never encountered that before. It was running like garbage. So that it's not the best.
Yeah, Mr. Knize, well, hang on, let me see if I can.
Yeah, like, I do feel like they were avoiding me because they realized they did some shit wrong.
Oh shit, the oven's on, gotta go by.
I was hoping when the hurricanes came through, I was like, oh man, wouldn't it be so great if a tree just fell on my car right now? But I don't.
No, we need right now a good old fashioned act of God.
Another thing that grinds my gears is my wardrobe is mostly black t-shirts with some sort of nerdy mashup on them from Ripped Apparel, ripped.panelsonpages.com.
Better say, some respect.
Yeah. So whenever I go out in public, it's very likely that someone will try and strike up a conversation because of the t-shirt that I'm wearing. We're in Walgreens last night, and the guy behind the counter starts asking us about if we got tickets for The Last Jedi yet. I was like, that's weird that guy would bring that up. Then I realized me and my wife both are wearing fucking Star Wars shirts.
Yeah, in there.
and then tonight we go to the grocery store, and we see a register that's open, ready to go. We're ready to check out, and I didn't recognize the guy at first, but as soon as the guy locks eyes on my shirt and starts asking questions, I realized we've encountered this guy before, and he likes to have slow conversations while he's ringing you up about your shirt. It's like if you're gonna chat me up, like, you better be moving along. Those beeps better be consistent. Like, don't pause to have a conversation with me about my shirt.
Yeah.
I was wearing
no beat with chat, no beat with pleasantry. That's fucking fine. But let's keep it moving.
I was wearing my Darth Vader wearing the Infinity Gauntlet shirt, and he's like, "Oh, nice. So, were you a fan of both?" I was like, "Yes." So
you're like, nah, I just bought this shit at Goodwill.
So, it's gonna be an exciting couple of months, huh? Beep. Like, yep. Gonna be exciting. So, what do you think? Is Justice League gonna be better, or is Thor gonna be better? Beep. And I'm like, oh my god, I fucking remember this guy. We made the wrong choice. So next time we're in that grocery store,
You better wear a button up.
I'm keeping a fucking I'm keeping an eye out for that guy and not getting in his line. It's like Jose probably knows the dude who worked at the Taco Bell by our old house, who whenever you would come in, if he was working at the register, he was just so happy to see everybody and just making jokes and starting up conversations. You know who I'm talking about, right?
By
But
Tavares
by the
Taco Bell?
yeah, by the old house, yeah.
Ooh.
There was just this one dude who working at Taco Bell was the best thing that ever.
The answer is no.
He probably remembers, but this guy just Taco Bell's the best thing that ever happened to him, and he's just he's cleaning up tables, just whistling and doing a little dance and coming over to everybody's table and asking them how we're doing. It's like, leave me the fuck alone while I eat my quesarito, goddamn it. So there's that. That's been grinding my gears. And lastly, we talked a lot last week about the Rick and Morty Szechuan sauce and the clusterfuck that was. And I was thinking about it. And I realized, and this was after the show last week, I realized they've been doing this Rickmobile thing across the country for a few months. For those that don't know, the Rickmobile it looks like the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, but it looks like Rick from Rick and Morty, and it has exclusive Rick and Morty merch that you can buy off of it. And
like they've got like a Gwendolyn blow-up doll, which is kind of rad.
Yeah, and it'll stop in your town And you could go and buy exclusive shit and take pictures with the Rickmobile, so on and so forth. And there's been huge turnouts at these Rickmobile events. And I was thinking, they've been doing a bunch of these Rickmobile things. We haven't heard really any stories about people being fuckheads at these Rickmobile things. You know, still same deal. Like, it's huge crowds, exclusives. So why aren't we seeing the same issues with the Rickmobile?
Probably not rolling up with 3 Rick and Morty Funko Pops and being like, that's it.
And I
Pack it up.
I searched to see if there's been any incidents at any Rickmobile stops, and there has been one. I found news stories on one, and it was in Tampa. And the problem was
no, it doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
No, it's in Florida.
Well, yeah, you know, you're right. It doesn't count because the problems were that there were too many people. They were standing in, because there were so many people, they were standing in the streets and blocking roads, standing in people's yards, dropping trash in people's yards. But you're going to get that with any gathering of 2,000 people.
Sure.
And the cops had to shut it down because it was a safety hazard with so many people there. And
It's a bunch of fucking fucks. Don't push your hot
but
dog
there was no
carts in the street.
There was no riot or anything. There weren't people chanting, "Give us sauce." You know, it got shut down. So it just leads me to believe that the Rick and Morty fans are not the problem. It was
There have been an extreme number of ridiculous think pieces pop up my Google feed about just the toxic fan base of Rick and Morty, and it's like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm not saying there aren't problem fans in the Rick and Morty fan base, but
of course, but there's problem fans in literally
Everyone.
fucking anything.
right. Why is it that people can behave like humans at all these Rickmobile stops, but this McDonald's event turned into chaos? Well,
People hungry, man.
and it's mostly McDonald's fault. So that's that.
Certainly seems like it.
That's
Like,
what that is what's been grinding my gears this week.
But that said, were I for some reason to go to a fucking McDonald's looking for some Szechuan sauce, one, if the line was more than 6 people deep, I would not stay.
Right.
In the event that, for some fucking reason, I had literally nothing else better to do in the world, and I hung out in the line for 15 minutes, and they're like, "Hey, we're out of sauce." I'm like, "Okay, bye." I believe. Like that's the end of it. Like, so the people that are chanting are definitely assholes for sure.
Right.
But the whole thing was just so orchestrated to become what it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking dicks.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm
We
Pickle
gotcha.
Rick.
These fucking dicks. Oh, what's up, Jose?
Well,
What the fuck's
100%
grinding your gears?
nothing.
Nice.
Just
It's fucking living that dream.
didn't have to watch somebody jerk off in the crowd.
That's cool.
So, already started off on a high note.
Well, you didn't have to watch that guy jerk off in the crowd.
He just chose to.
Nobody knew what was going on yet because they weren't explaining, like, hey, that guy's jerking off in the crowd. Keep an eye on him while I get security. It was, hey, keep an eye on this guy.
Jose was like, "I need to see how this ends." No spoilers.
So we had a.
Jose
Okay,
said, "Look at the security." Jose said, "Bup, bup, 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 bup." Like, wait.
1 second.
the whole, is the spoon bending or are you bending? The chicken.
Well, like the mentalist type shit.
So, okay, we're eating at
Mind
this
freak?
restaurant, right? And out of nowhere, a guy who is in a white button-up dress-up, who doesn't look like the other employees, comes in
For content, where are you?
at a restaurant.
Okay.
We're just eating, and he comes in out of nowhere. No one asked for him. No one needed him. He just came in with him. He's like, "Here, you guys. Here's some napkins," and then spills sauce all over the table. So then the whole night we're wondering, would we have needed the napkins? Or did he know the spill was coming? So he felt he needed to leave the napkins, but in helping, he created the mess he left the napkins for. I don't know. And then we never saw the guy again. So my thing is, I don't think he worked there. I think that was like his shtick. He just went around fucking with people while they ate.
I can see it. He's probably part of some like improv group, and that's something they have to do to like get in.
Like what?
The hazing.
What sauce did he spill? Like an Italian joint?
No, we were eating sushi and everyone had shit everywhere. It was just like a big cup of sauce
Okay, all right.
for dipping. But we were fine. There was no need for some guy to jump in the middle of our table. It was just weird.
Yeah, it sounds pretty weird.
I want to dismiss that as a ridiculous thing to say, but I'm having a hard time. That's just weird enough. And things are just strange enough that could totally have happened, and some dickhead had been like, 3 tables away with a smartphone recording it, and now you're on YouTube and don't know it.
Nah. The poor guy just trying to rinse his hair out, and some cocksuckers pouring him with shampoo.
Oh,
It's ridiculous.
If you take video in a gym of someone secretly, you're the worst person alive, by the way. Even if the person is doing something stupid on a machine or a weight bench or something, that's evil. I hate seeing that in like fail videos.
Oh, what? Just people like in the gym working out?
Yeah, someone taking video of someone doing something stupid in the gym.
Yeah. I feel like when you're in the gym, you're at your absolute most vulnerable.
Yeah.
yeah. There's a reason why I don't go to gyms.
It's a safe space, man.
Yeah. Fucking A. Shit. What else you got, Jose?
Man, that's about it. I'm heading towards the end of my tailwind of only home half a Tuesday, Wednesday, which has been a fucking blast, folks.
Yeah, Dave's been a fucking traveling maniac the past few weeks.
Racking up that miles, though. Well, we almost missed our flight. So check this out. Here's a little hint. If you're traveling with somebody who has the TSA pre-check and you don't, but your flights were like booked together, have them check you in. You automatically get the TSA pre-check.
Ooh.
But if you check it, like if I were to check in and then he checked in, I don't get it. He gets it.
Sure.
But because he checked us in, we both got it.
That's fucking stupid, because that's the easiest way to get shit passed.
Yeah.
Well, it worked. They fucking got us passed.
You should try smuggling some shit in your belt loop next time.
Like, I mean, it's not like it's about any kind of security. They just want your $100.
No, yeah. Oh, and I'll pay it, because I'll tell you what, it was fucking beautiful. It was my first. Well, sometimes we got the flagged when they thought I was a veteran back in the day,
Right.
and they'd get us through. But this was.
Why did they think you were a veteran?
Because he had this like brown jacket and he would wear a beanie. So he joked that they were giving him pre-check because he looked like a
It looked like Stallone coming back into town.
Yeah, in Rambo.
Just just trying to walk through town, not trying to cause any trouble.
He wasn't doing any like stolen valor type shit, but that was just our theory.
Yeah, I wasn't pretending, but it was like they saw me and they're like, "This man's seen some shit." let him through for your services.
Oh my God.
We go to Uber to catch the plane this morning, and everything's cool. We're 20 minutes away. Fucking accident. So the plane boards at 8:30. We get there at 8:05.
Ooh.
So we do curbside check-in, and we're joking.
Hop on the conveyor belt.
Well, we're joking. And he's like, hey, it hasn't been putting my pre-check on there. Is my pre-check on there? And the guy was like, no, yours not, but his is. And we chuckled, and his was. And I was like, well, wait, are you kidding, though? Does mine have it? Like, serious talk. Because I got to catch a plane, and I can't go through this shit. And he's like, yeah, no, you're on there. We're like, oh. So we get there, blow through the line. I'm like, look at these savages waiting. I'll never do this again.
Fucking common people.
Fucking no shoes off. Didn't have to take out the laptop. Just slid it right in.
It's so stupid and arbitrary. God damn it. I'm super happy for you, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, made the flight. And just fucking... And so, I don't know where the fuck I'm at. I went to the hotel the other night. I think I said this last week, and I went to the wrong floor. So I've been having a habit of going to the seat number from the plane before.
Wait, what?
Like, my plane, this flight, and I did it leaving too. My plane, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what time it is.
Well, they print it on the paper when they give it to you.
Yeah, but then when you're in it and you're just going and you've done this 14 times in a row, it's like driving. It's like your drive home from work. You'll get home and you realize, I don't even remember turning. I don't remember the drive. You just did it. That's where I'm at with getting on and off planes. So
you know what?
I'm going to the wrong seat. So I'm 18F, but I walked to 28F, which was my plane, my seat, the flight, previous flight.
Right.
So I'm sitting in 28F, and I getting my sleep on. I'm getting my comfies going because fuck this. I'm not even trying to get a drink anymore. I'm not trying to get no snacks. I don't want to watch no movie. I'm going to bed. And then this guy sits down and he's like, hey, you're in my seat. It's like, what? I'm like, look. It's like, fuck. All right, man, my fault. I'm 18F, not 28F. He's like, oh, that's cool. Except for the fact that now I'm stuck in the back of the plane.
You're going the wrong way on the one-way streets.
Yeah. And so I just had to stand and wait. And then I get over to my seat, and it's fucking two of the oldest people just spread out. Like the chick's in my seat, and her dude's in the other seat, and they're in the middle. I felt bad. And I was like, well,
whatever, man.
I'll look, if you want to move, I'll sit on the end, but I'm not sitting in the middle of you two. But I probably should have. I don't know. I felt bad because it took him a while.
Hell, it doesn't matter at that point.
But then I fucking passed out right next to him. Said, peace. I'll see you in O-Town.
You say that, Jose, as if that should be exceptional. Like, can you fucking believe I fell asleep next to people? The answer, Jose, is yes. We can believe you fell asleep literally anywhere. Like, I've watched you fall asleep in the middle of a sentence.
Hey, superpowers.
We've started the show. You've been awake. Lee goes to introduce you, and you're asleep.
That's the fucking internet, man. Like right when Lee started, right when he came in, it goes and then just silence. And then I gotta refresh the page and come back in. It's a fucking pain in the ass.
Oh god! All right, we got a piece of mail sent to popcast@panelsonpages.com from our good buddy Mahoney.
Look at all this fan mail.
Who writes in, shout out to when Jose invented the egg taco.
Damn straight. It ain't an omelet.
I remember how indignant he was in that episode.
And that's fucked, man. Now here's Taco Bell getting all the fucking credit.
So before you go on, Jose, Mahoney included an audio clip. I believe we got. What's up, Jose? Tell us the story.
I'm working on a thing called egg pancake. No, egg taco. But it's not a burrito. It's not a fucking omelet. It didn't work. I would link it,
I
but I
just
can't
leaned
get into
closer
the
to
chat.
my screen.
I can't
It's
tell.
not a fucking omelet. It didn't work. I would link it,
I
but I
just
can't
leaned
get into
closer
the
to
chat.
my screen.
I love how defensive he got about egg taco before we even like interjected. It's not a fucking omelet, you guys.
Because everyone's like, "Oh, an omelet." And I'm like, "No, it's not an omelet. It's a fucking egg taco."
If
Goddamn
you
it!
said egg taco, why would anyone's first reaction be, "Oh, it must be an omelet"?
Well, because the way you cook it, but you don't scramble it. Everything's put in the egg, but it folds over, and you eat it like a taco.
It is
Yeah.
sounding more like an omelet the more you
Yeah,
talk.
now I see why they think it's why they think it's an omelet. 'Cause the reason is because it's an omelet.
Yeah,
It's not an omelet.
It's completely an omelet.
That's
No,
why
it's
he was
not
so
an omelet.
defensive right off the bat.
Yeah, but then everyone's seen the picture, right? And it's not a fucking omelet.
Yeah. So
And now, this is relevant because fucking Taco Bell is rolling out
egg
the
taco.
egg taco.
Yep.
Which I've seen the photo you provided, Jose, and now this picture that's on the Taco Bell thing, and I still don't understand how it doesn't like fucking fall apart. Like a fried egg is not structurally sound.
Yeah, but
Nah.
you got to think of it as a fast food fried egg. So it's got some integrity. It's got some.
I never fried my egg. It's just a fucking egg, man. You don't need to fry that shit.
Well, how do you make what?
That like cooking an egg in a pan. That's considered frying an egg.
Oh well, whatever. Tomato.
Wait, no. So how do you do it then?
No, he's
You make it-
confusing. He's thinking you meant like deep fry an egg.
Like fried.
Oh, right.
Okay, so we're just we're on the same page.
That's what the fuck it's called.
When you have an egg on a burger,
But it's not an
normally a
omelet.
fried egg.
It's not a fucking omelet. That's the whole goddamn
Okay,
thing.
I'm with you to that point, but it's certainly a fucking fried egg.
Yes. Okay, but yeah, but I'm thinking fried, like fried Oreo, shit like that.
No one does that.
No, that's. I think the only way you could do that is to like hard boil the egg and then deep fry.
Yeah,
it.
like a Scotch egg, where they hard boil an egg and then coat it in like sausage and then batter it and then deep fry
Wait,
it.
what?
that's
the
a
fuck?
thing.
Yeah,
What? That sounds incredible.
Yeah, you've never heard. Oh well, maybe the Scotch egg doesn't have the sausage. Maybe that's an alligator egg. But yeah,
What the fuck are you
What
talking
are these
about?
things?
the Scotch egg I think is just a hard boiled egg battered and deep fried, and then the alligator egg is the hard boiled egg is wrapped in sausage batter and then deep fried.
Whoa.
So it looks like
That
a giant.
sounds awesome.
It looks like a big fucking jalapeno popper.
Ooh. All right. I'm into that.
Huh. I've never heard of these before.
Ooh, this
Learn all
one's
kinds of egg treats.
yeah.
Kelly,
This
we got
one
tacos, we got alligators, and then fucking Scotch.
Scotch eggs.
Sorry.
This
Give me
one
no
I'm looking
disrespect.
at has
Freedom.
it's not the one I just linked you to, but this one I'm about to send you now it's an hard boiled egg inside avocado.
Ooh, that looks awesome.
Oh!
I'd eat that.
And
Shit.
Charlotte had a stuffed avocado. We stuffed it with like chicken, although it wasn't stuffed. It was more like they fucking piled it on a half.
Yeah, because like you know,
but
you
it was
stuff an avocado, it's just gonna get fucking wrecked.
So
it was fucking pretty good.
Sheila in the chat says that the Scotch egg is with the sausage. So I think the alligator. I'll have to look up what the alligator egg is. I think I saw it on
that's
like diners, drive-ins, and dives.
All right.
I want my royalties, Taco Bell.
On the runny inside, it's like it's fucking like soft boiled almost.
Yeah, how do you even
Ooh,
do
child. I'm not upset about any of these things.
that? Okay, an alligator egg. It looks like it's a jalapeno. I don't know. I can't tell the difference, but they're deep fried. You do a Google image search for alligator egg, and you actually see alligator eggs.
Fuck that. Also on Google, the Google Doodle today is Selena.
That's what I thought it was.
Not sure why.
Who's a Selena?
Is it her
80s
birthday?
pop star?
Who Jennifer Lopez played?
She
Yeah,
got
she got murdered by a crazy fan.
the
Oh,
president of her
her-
fan club.
Yeah, not a fan, the president. Not, I am not only a member, but I am also the president.
Fucked up.
So maybe it's her birthday, maybe it's the anniversary of her death. Maybe it's the anniversary
okay.
of her inventing the egg taco.
Could be.
Oh, that's my shit.
You don't know. Selena could have invented an egg taco.
She could have.
And
All right, let's see. So,
You-
okay, you're gonna heat the oven to 400 degrees, right? In a large bowl, you're gonna mix up a pound of sausage. What we got? We got a teaspoon of minced onion and a teaspoon of salt. Put that shit into 4 equal patties. Then you're gonna take a hard cooked egg. You're gonna roll each one in flour to coat it up. Put that into the sausage patty. Shape it around the egg. Then you're gonna take that and then dip that into a beaten egg.
yeah,
Coat it with breadcrumbs
yeah.
and put on cookie sheet. Bake 35 minutes or until sausage is thoroughly cooked and no longer pink near the egg. Yeah, you can have that one for fucking free. I'm all over that. That sounds awesome.
Well, you're welcome.
Oh,
Still not an omelet.
I am partially aroused.
Never
Juggalo,
forget.
Juggalo John in the chat says the Google Doodle is for the anniversary of her first album.
Okay. All right.
It is not, as I thought, the anniversary of when J-Lo invented the new kind of donk that we're seeing these days.
She pioneered that new donk.
It's the anniversary of J-Lo's Play-Doh Fun Factory.
There we go. It's taken off.
All right, I think we got our title for this week's episode, J-Lo's Play-Doh Fun Factory.
I like it. All right, take a break. We'll come back, talk about the couple news items real quick, talk about comic books, and then bounce, son.
Yeah, man.
Bounce, 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 bounce.
Bounce, not entirely unlike Will-shaped donk in the Play-Doh Fun Factory jeans.
Yeah.
Thematic. All right, bye. Ripped Apparel is your one-stop shop for limited edition t-shirts featuring all the crap that you already like anyway. Every day you're going to see 3 new limited edition designs available only for 24 hours. That's just a single day. After that, they're gone forever. And best yet, if you want to check them out, buy a little something, they're going to throw a little kickback to us, your folks, your friends here at the Popcast. So go to PanelsOnPages.com, click that banner at the top of the page, or on the sidebar at pcn.PanelsOnPages.com, or you can just update your bookmark, check it out on your phone every single morning. That's what I do. Ripped, that's RIPT.PanelsOnPages.com. T-shirts start at just $10 and they'll kick us a little something every time. Help us keep the lights on, help us keep the podcast going, help us keep the site up, and gets you a pretty cool t-shirt, man. Cool swag, cool shirts, good people, good deals from your favorite podcast. So check it out. Ripped.PanelsOnPages.com. 24-hour limited edition t-shirts that are pretty damn awesome. Check it out. And now back to your regularly scheduled podcast.
All right.
Right on.
Finally, a song didn't edit to.
Lee's been doing that these past couple of weeks. He's been pulling some songs, and we've been passing the smell test on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm trying to be smart with my decisions, so we'll see.
I like it. I appreciate it.
Hopefully that one's remixy enough that it should be okay. All right. Yeah, man, let's fucking get into some news right quick. Anybody? It wasn't in the thing you put up. Did anybody else watch? Did anybody watch the Black Panther trailer? Because I have not yet.
I did not, and I'm not going to.
I didn't watch it.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to.
I didn't watch the
I thought that we already saw the Black Panther trailer.
Well, there's a new one.
Yeah, but there shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I'm going to see it.
I'm not going to watch the Black Panther trailer. I'm not going to watch the Last Jedi trailer. I'm not going to watch the new Justice League trailer. I'm trying not to.
There's a new Justice League trailer?
Yeah, the final Justice League trailer. It's funny you bring that up, Lee, because I was first alerted to this by Juan, but also Rick Marshall just posted this on Facebook. It's an image of the new Black Panther poster, which is their ensemble cast, and somebody tweeted, Nate, I don't know, maybe this is Twitter, maybe this is Tumblr, I don't know. So one dude says, the only 2 white people on the poster are Bilbo and Gollum. I am okay with this, referring to Andy Serkis and what's his name? Tim from The Office.
Right.
And then the response is, they're the Tolkien white guys.
That's funny.
Solid dad joke. Solid.
Yeah, that's fucking rock solid. That's great.
Speaking of trailers, though, did you guys watch the New Mutants trailer?
I have not.
Yes, I
Maybe
did.
we can do that together.
You want to watch that right now?
Yeah, because I have not seen it.
Alrighty. Let's fucking do this. Let me...
And opposed to talking about some shit I haven't seen, some kind of a fucking asshole.
Let me link everybody up.
You think I'm talking about you? I probably am.
Oops. It started before us. I'm going to post this in our little Chizzy chat. I'm going to post this in the YouTube chat. And then you can count us down.
All right.
Okay, let's do this. Try and clear your mind. And let's go into this not knowing that it's a New Mutants trailer.
Okay.
You know how back in the day before the internet, you'd go to the movies and a movie trailer would come on and you wouldn't know what movie it was for? I mean, you sort of lose that in this day and age where, someone posts a link to a trailer with the name of the movie in it. So you lose that reveal to it. So this is a brand new trailer for an as yet unnamed movie that we're about to watch right here.
Okay. Hot new movie.
Yeah.
All right. So go 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I want you to respond truthfully.
What is
Have
this?
you ever hurt someone?
Oh, that's unsettling.
Spoopy.
Oh, shit!
Have you ever experienced anything you'd consider abnormal?
Wait, what? Okay.
Yes. Last question. Do you know what mutants are?
What?
All right.
Do you know baby rattlesnakes are more dangerous than adult ones? They haven't learned how to control how much venom they secrete.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie.
All of
I'm into this.
are dangerous. That's why you're here.
Get the fuck out of here.
What is this place?
Come on.
It's a haunted house.
You've been through a lot. Get some rest.
What? New Mutants? I would not have known that that was an X-Men movie unless you told me.
You sure would not have.
So it's a horror movie?
Yeah.
Damn right it
It's
is, and it looks fucking awesome.
That looks fucking cool.
Directed by Josh
Yeah.
Boone, it is actually planned to be a trilogy of horror movies.
Of course it is.
Sure.
New Mutants director wants trilogy of horror-infused X-Men films. So maybe not New Mutants, but
I love it. I am super on board for this.
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
I think I said something similar when Logan came out. Like the idea that, like, you know, your fucking mom knows what an X-Man is now. Like, it's not new. You don't have to explain it anymore. Like, you can just, at this point, fuck whatever half-assed attempt at continuity you have and just tell a cool story. That's what Logan did. Logan said, you know what Xavier is? You know what Wolverine is? Here's the last Wolverine story. And it was fucking wonderful. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need this to connect to fucking anything else at all. But the notion that they have these mutant kids with, like, you know, the fucked up powers locked away in this hospital is kind of an awesome idea.
Legit, the only thing I'd want it to connect with is Legion.
Yeah.
Because it feels right in line with Legion.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because what? All that crazy shit, that's demons from Limbo, from Magic, right? Gotta be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the Lockheed in there?
No, I heard Lockheed was in there. Whereabouts?
I'm not. He's like, there's a. I'm not sure where it is in the trailer, but there's a bit where you see Magic in, like, laying in bed, and there's the dragon with her.
No shit, that's awesome. So yeah, that's the chick from Split playing Ilyana Magic, right? I haven't seen Split, but I recognize her.
Yeah, I haven't seen it
And
either.
then that one dude, Charlie Heaton, from Stranger Things, is playing Cannonball.
Okay.
And then
Arya Stark is some other mutant.
She's Wolfsbane.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you got, you know, Magic, who, you know, is tethered to a demon dimension. You got Cannonball, who's everything from the junk down turned into a fucking fireball. And then turned into a wolf monster. Like,
and then also Sunspot and Daniel Moonstar.
Yeah, these are all, like, you know, they can be scary powers.
And they're supposed to be adapting the Demon Bear saga.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
I
That
know
looks cool.
Juan is not into it, and JM, who made an appearance in the chat tonight, says New Mutants will be the first Marvel movie he'll be skipping in over 15 years.
What? Why?
I think it's because he doesn't like horror movies, and I think that's the same thing for Juan too. Actually, Juan, it's more that he thinks they're deviating too much from the source material. But honestly, as we've seen with the Marvel Studios movies, is, each one is kind of taking it on its own genre, and that's one thing that we haven't seen from these Marvel movies yet is a horror movie. They have to branch out and do different things. Like Winter Soldier was a spy movie. Fucking Doctor Strange was a trippy dippy acid flashback. Ant-Man was a heist movie. Stuff like that.
Yeah. And they've yet to do a full-on horror flick. I was ready to write off all this X-Men bullshit hardcore because fuck those X-Men movies.
Yes.
But then between Deadpool, Logan, and Legion, I have not watched The Gifted, but I actually hear good things. But Deadpool, Logan, and Legion, they earned some goodwill back for me. I will not go see that fucking Dark Phoenix saga for free. I'm not. We're not watching that. I'm watching nothing but the roast that fucking cast ever again. That Apocalypse movie was trash. That is on the Tourism Board's welcome video for Trash Mountain. Yo, that movie sucks balls.
$5,000 for a 4-day pass to Trash Island.
It's going to show X-Men Apocalypse on a loop. X-Men Apocalypse, and for some reason, 1997's Steel. Oh no, I'm fucking all in for that. That looks great. That looks awesome. Shit, what else we got?
The only other story is apparently a 64-year-old handyman stole over $250,000 worth of Joe Quesada's personal art collection.
Woo!
That's nuts.
This dude, Francesco Bove, was a handyman who was hired by Joe Quesada, and this is to work on Joe Quesada's Sparta, New Jersey home. And he was doing the work while Joe Quesada was out of town or whatever, and apparently covered up a bunch of the security cameras, or covered up all the security cameras, and was essentially squatting there. And
that's crazy.
Him and his wife are checking the security cameras, and they're all covered up. They're contacting the security company, and the security company says, the cameras are working. They're just covered up. He gets a hold of this handyman. The handyman admits that he's been living there. Joe Quesada fires his ass, and the guy then cleans him out of over $250,000 worth of rare comic books, original comic art, shit like that. And he's been selling them. But the guy got busted. He is waiting extradition to New York.
That's gross, man. Ish. I love that it says here that the guy has been charged with third-degree burglary and second-degree theft, and I don't know the difference.
No.
What the fuck? I don't know the degrees. I don't know the difference between burglary and theft.
Burglary, I feel like burglary is when you enter a premises uninvited.
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Because you could steal
when you're in there and it's cool for you to be there, but it's still not cool for you to take something.
Okay, all right.
You're not burgling anybody.
You're just stealing shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, see, the Hamburglar, he, for instance, is not wanted to be in McDonald's. So when
he's
he
probably
goes
on that
in there
ban list
to steal hamburgers, he is burgling those burgers from them.
If it was cool, he'd be the ham stealer.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm with you. I dig it.
Or as Jose likes to call him, the Robbler.
The Robbler?
Robble. That's one of Goat's greatest life accomplishments was dressing up as the Hamburglar and stealing crystals.
Oh,
yeah,
so good.
That's the news for this week. Sorry.
Yeah, there might have been other stuff, but you know.
I really can't get excited for comic book solicits or new creative teams or news about Marvel comics events that, remember, they weren't supposed to have comics events for like another year.
Fuck Marvel.
No, fuck us, more likely.
Wait, is there one that's coming out? I missed something?
There was something. Yeah, there's something. God damn it! I essentially just saw a news headline that was like, "Someone's coming back in this big Marvel event," and I was like, "What Marvel event? What?"
Oh, is that the Jean Grey thing?
I don't. Man, you're gonna make me pull up CBR, aren't you?
It's okay. No, it's all right.
It's time to talk about the 15 people I want to come back the most. Number one, obviously, is Janet. Number two.
Oh, we're starting with number one. Nice.
We start with number one. Number two, my dad. Don't interrupt. Number three, Pop. Rest in peace. I'd like you to come back. Number four, fucking, I don't know, Jean Grey.
Okay, I got it. It's not a return. It's a death. Marvel teases death of an Avenger in No Surrender event.
Oh, we talking death. Oh, all right, CVR got top 15 people I want to see die. Number one, that bitch-ass Scott.
Fucking
know what you did, Scott. Number two.
Benefit of the doubt, thinking maybe it's just like
Randy, you said you were my friend.
so real for a second.
Number three, that fucking guy from Newsarama. I don't remember your name, but I saw you near at Comic-Con, and you looked like a fuck.
Love it.
Like his excitement is gone. He's just overly surly now.
So maybe it's maybe Marvel doesn't consider it an event, but CBR definitely considered it an event. It's only supposed to last 3 months.
Okay, here's the thing. If it is simply like a 3-issue miniseries called No Surrender, cool. If it's got tie-ins, motherfuckers, it's an event. And you lied. So let's see what the fuck happens.
Oh, 16-part weekly event.
Oh, you pricks.
That's okay. That's what they're doing with Avengers. They're consolidating all of the Avengers titles into one book and putting it out weekly.
Okay, so it's like not unlike an X-Over almost.
Yeah, it's not that bad. So
Okay, that's not that bad.
if you were already buying the Avengers books, literally nothing changes for you except that you just file them all under the same title now.
Okay, that's not bad. I can handle that. That's okay. But I saw an ad on maybe Twitter or something like that. It was, all these superhero heads, and it's like, Marvel Legacy, the world outside your door. And it's like...
Yeah, because they're making drones.
But...
I'm going to kill your ass.
I don't want my comic books to be the world outside my door. Like you guys read the news? Like, it fucking sucks out there.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird time, and I don't need... No. And also, that's also just patently not true. You're just being fucks again. Ugh. Weird. Whatever. Let's talk about comic books that came out last week. Not some future shit that might be terrible.
Hey, Philbert.
The problem with comic books is the ink comes off on your hands. Every time you turn the page, you have to wash your hands.
So, this Dark Knight's Metal, Kelly.
That's great.
It's pretty great.
It's legit the best thing Scott Snyder's ever done.
It is balls to the wall bonkers. Like deep cuts DC shit in a lot of ways. But
oh yeah,
still, like, as a guy who's not super DC heavy, it's still pretty accessible. It's really, really effective that way.
It's one of those things where you just kind of have to accept the DC universe is weird, and then once you get past that, you're good.
Yeah, like they're talking about shit that like if you knew more, it'd be you kind of get more out of it. But I don't feel like I'm missing anything. The talking about events and tie-ins, like the pacing of the tie-ins, like that Gotham Resistance story was exactly as long as it needed to be.
Yeah,
and when it
that was
ended,
cool.
it went right back into this issue. Like, I mean, really, really well executed.
Like, I'm really excited that for when this is done and they put out like a hardcover of all of it, I'm totally gonna buy that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really well done. You get to see the fucking dark side, not dark side, the Doomsday Batman fight Superman for a second. It's fucking great. And I saw on Twitter somebody took a screen cap of the shot in the bar with all the evil Batmans, and the guy's like, "Who the hell is that?" And Scott Snyder's like, "Oh yeah, that's the Doomsday guy. He can turn into a Bruce form too." Like, that's fucking cool. Like, yeah, we'll know about that more about that guy when his little one shot comes out.
I'm so hyped for that one. I want to know how Bruce becomes Doomsday.
And also the Aquaman analog is a chick, and they're all
that's tomorrow.
Yeah, and they're all Bruce Wayne. So here's how that works. So yeah, I like it. Like, and again, it's nutty DC shit where they're kind of splitting off into other teams to set up what is the next batch of tie-ins. But again, really organically in a way that kind of makes sense, and they're pairing off Justice Leaguers and or superheroes with a person who's connected to these metals. It's just really, really rad.
I love when Deathstroke shows up just by knifing a Robin in its mouth.
Yeah. Those Robins are creepy. I don't know if we talked about the Robins or not, but the Batman Who Laughs has a shitload of Robins, presumably culled from various multiverses. They're all jokered out, and the only thing they say is just crow. Like, crow, 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 crow. And they only stop when the Batman Who Laughs says bar, which is super fucking dark. So good. Love it. Oh, yeah. Knize found Lockheed. Look at that. Neat.
Looks like Figment from Epcot.
That's great. Daredevil is good again.
Is it now?
Yeah, Daredevil's pretty good again. Partially due to some rad art. It's Ron Gurney's back on it, and he's doing that style again. He did kind of the beginning of the book, where it looks like loose, like Man Without Fear era Frank Miller almost.
Yeah,
like crazy muted color palette. The last arc was all about Matt going to the Supreme Court, and basically the end of that is superheroes get to testify in court and not reveal who they are, which would be a big deal if it was carried over into literally fucking any other book, but it probably won't be. And that was just really boring and stupid. But this is Matt in China after Blind Spot, who was blinded by an inhuman serial killer last year, called for him to help him out. And so he went to China and was kidnapped by the hand and thrown into a fucking hole. And Blind Spot's going to feed him to the Beast. And the Beast looks absolutely terrifying. This issue is Blind Spot's origin story, and it's good. I give a shit. Like, it's actually really well done. And maybe part of it is just the fact they put him back in the fucking red suit. Maybe that's part of it. Like, you take him out of the red suit, shit goes bad. Have they learned nothing? Like, that never works out. Like, name one time when he wasn't in the red suit that it was good. I'll wait. Don't do that. Oh. Yeah, hop back on that. It's pretty good. Detective Comics 966 was kind of nuts. Now, I don't know shit about a Mr. Oz. Well, what's a Mr. Oz, Kelly? You know what a Mr. Oz is?
Yeah, okay. So I haven't been reading that because I read Detective and Trade, so I was curious on what they were doing with him because his big story is going on in Action.
Okay.
Right now. So what we've discovered in the past 3 issues is that Mr. Oz is actually Jor-El, who is Superman's father.
Oh, okay.
So Jor-El survived the Krypton explosion and then actually fell to Earth as well. And he's just been kind of in hiding and building up his own kind of empire after he saw how shitty humanity is, and he's decided, you know, they don't deserve Superman.
How have they've never done that before?
I'm kind of surprised. I still don't think it's really him. I think it's gonna still turn out to be Superboy Prime.
Oh, I can see that too.
That's my guess, but who knows? But yeah, so that's what's going on with Mr. Oz right now. So what are they doing with him in Detective?
This is part 2 of a story where it just shows that that's where Tim Drake is. After Tim Drake's apparent death, he woke up and Mr. Oz has him. And so he goes to break out.
And that's actually another reason why I think that it isn't Jor-El, because why the fuck would Jor-El give a shit about who Tim Drake is?
Right, but Superboy Prime would.
Yeah.
More than that. Yeah, that makes sense. But Tim comes face to face with a Batman and figures out real quick that this Batman is him. So this is Batman from a timeline where Tim becomes Batman. And, you know, he refused to believe it because he never wanted ever to become Batman. Like, that's not something he ever wanted to do. And so this issue is a lot of back and forth between the two of them as he kind of, you know, runs down how and why it happened. You know, and he's like, look, like, it's gonna happen. Like, this thing's set in place. Like, I've had this conversation. Like, you know, I met myself. It didn't happen quite this way, but, you know, it did happen. So you're gonna become me. You know, it's just gonna be. And they, you know, land back in Gotham, and, you know, the Batman says something to Tim about Connor, and Tim says, who the hell is Connor? And Batman says, what the fuck? And he looks, checks his little back computer and says, oh shit, this isn't quite the same. And he, you know, slashes Tim across the arm and pulls his glove off and sees he doesn't have a scar. He's like, oh shit, this is not the same place. It's not the same timeline. I have a chance. All right, let me tase the fuck out of Robin and go kill Batwoman. So, like, it's really fucking cool. Like, it's pretty rad. And then I think it's Eddie Barrows. Yeah, on the art, on the pencils, it looks awesome.
Yeah, I like his stuff.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very, very good. Let's see what else. Fucking something else. Dr. Aphra is still pretty fun. The Star Wars comic without the crazy archaeologist lady. But I got real scared because there were several pages toward the end. And I'm like, oh, fuck, is this the end? They're going to wrap this shit up. They canceled this book. But they're not. And I got very excited because I was not ready to say goodbye.
I think she is my favorite Star Wars universe character.
She is 100% my favorite Star Wars universe character. Her and the murder droids are the best.
Yeah.
But I think we have seen the last of the murder droids, at least for a while. And while that does bum me out, I do like their arc and like where they ended up. That part is actually very satisfying. Silly to say at this point, but Defenders is really good. And it looks amazing. God, it looks good. Like,
I loved the sequence with the courtroom drawings.
Yes. Yeah. So tell about that. What's up with that?
So there was it was Cottonmouth's trial, right?
Yeah. And
they did it in this really cool way where the art was supposed to be the courtroom drawings from the trial. And it was done in the drawing style that you always see the courtroom drawings are, where it's kind of shitty. Well, not shitty, but can't really.
Fast. Yeah.
Yeah. To do it fast, you can't really see their face as well because of that.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. But, you know, this came out a number of months after the story where, like I said, according to Daredevil, superheroes can testify in court. So, I don't know. But maybe he was wearing the red costume in that book, so maybe we haven't caught up to that yet. I don't know. But, yeah. Fucking great. This is really, really good. And that's about all I'll talk about. The First Strike is still pretty good. I have not read that Ragman book, but I got it based upon the cover alone.
Yeah, I didn't pick that one up. Let me know
It
how
just
it is.
looks neat. So we'll see. Got a couple things left. What do you got, Kelly?
Mr. Miracle came out, and that book is still great.
Oh, I haven't read it yet. I'm very excited to.
Orion's an asshole.
Yeah,
As you would
he was
expect him to
really
be.
shitty last month too. Like shittier than I'm used to seeing him.
He is on and off shitty. Like, if you read Cosmic Odyssey, he's real shitty in that one. Because that's the book where Batman punches him out because he's an asshole.
Batman has some anger problems. Overly aggressive.
And then, let me think. So at work, we got in this huge collection of trades recently. And so I've been reading through a bunch of 2005, 2006 Marvel Knights books, to be specific, that I didn't read at the time because I didn't have much money.
Fair enough.
So I read Bullseye Greatest Hits. That was pretty good. That went through Bullseye's
I love that
origin.
one.
Yeah, that was by Daniel Way and Steve Dillon. That was really good.
Yep.
I read
R.I.P.
Daredevil. What was that? Daredevil Revelation? Retribution? Shit, I forgot what it's called. It's the one where it's basically Daredevil has to deal with like the West Memphis 3 trial. Written by David
I
Hine,
know that.
art by Michael Gaydos. It is right up your alley. You would love it.
How have I
Daredevil
never heard of it?
Redemption. Yeah, it's Daredevil Redemption. That's it. It came out like during the Bendis run. It's just a 5 or 6 issue miniseries. Yeah, and it's really good. And
Look that up.
Yeah, it's definitely pick it up if you can just like find it on Amazon or something, because it fits right in line with that Bendis run on Daredevil.
Oh yeah, it's $9 on Amazon. Yeah, so we'll fucking get right on that.
Yeah, it's really good. And I won't say more than that because I don't want to spoil anything for you.
Ooh. This synopsis is amazing.
How great does that feel to find a Daredevil book from that era that you didn't read?
Feels great.
Yeah, it's new Daredevil.
What the hell happened to David Hine, man? He was doing
I know.
gangbusters.
And another David Hine book that I read for the first time was District X. And that was awesome too.
That was really, really good, yeah.
It was the book where it was the cop series in Mutant side of town with this cop Izzy and Bishop. And it was fucking cool.
Was great.
The only downside is that it had a pretty abrupt ending. But outside of that, tremendous book. David Hine is a guy that's so good, and I don't know why he doesn't get more work.
Last thing I saw that he was doing, he was writing Spawn for a while. And I'm like, shit, I might need to read Spawn. Because I like that guy's stuff so much.
Yeah.
And I would have no problem like reading Spawn at this point. Really, I wouldn't. But it's so like, where the fuck? And this is something that I guess all people who don't read comics feel. It's like, I don't know where the fuck to start.
Yeah. I picked up Spawn with 185 when they killed off L. Simmons and then the new guy came in.
Okay, yeah.
And I read through until that guy was gone. Because I didn't like the new creative team they had coming on at that point.
Okay, maybe a little research to see when that maybe his run was somewhere in there or something.
Yeah, I don't think he was writing at that point. Because that was all
I gotta
Todd or Todd writing under a pseudonym.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah, there was some time where there's a guy who was writing it, no one knew who he was, and then eventually it was like, oh wait, that's just Todd.
That's funny.
Speaking of, I recently watched it was a Complex video. It was an interview with Todd McFarlane.
Oh, that interview's great.
It's about 40 minutes long. It's really good. And big respect to Todd McFarlane, man, because he diversified his fucking bonds, that's for sure. And he's got some real great outlooks on life. So I would search that out if I were you, if you're interested in that.
Yeah, that's a great interview. But yeah, so I'm going through my Marvel 2005 phase. Next on the list, or next in my pile of stuff to read from that era, is the first 4 volumes of Ecstatic.
Which I've not read, but I hear universally great things.
I know. I've always heard great things too. I'm trying to think if there's anything else for comics-wise. Not comics, but an interesting watch. Today it went up on Amazon Prime. It is a hour-long, a documentary, I'd call it. An hour-long documentary called The Trade. It was co-produced by Smart Mark Video and CZW, and it follows Nick Mondo and his kind of journey through wrestling and after retirement. And Nick Mondo is a deathmatch guy. You might know him as the guy that fell off of a roof with Zandig. And it's really kind of interesting as like seeing him just deal with what he did and how it influenced the future generations, and how there's all these people that look up to him, and he's like, I got out of it. I didn't want to do this anymore. You shouldn't have to do this.
Wow. Okay.
It's a really interesting look, and there's some really kind of cool visuals they use, because I guess he went to, like, he just kind of dropped off the face of the map, like face of the earth, and he went to Japan, and he even says, he's like, I went there because it's super easy to disappear there. He's like, with 12 million people and everyone kind of keeps to themselves, he's like, it's easy to go off the grid. And there's like
weird thing to
parts,
say, because it's not like he's fucking Johnny Depp.
yeah. But there's like parts where you see him like digging up his past self in the grave and then waking him up by like cutting his hand open on barbed wire.
What?
And then just fighting against himself. It's really interesting. Like, it gets cinematic at times. That's why I was kind of didn't entirely call it a documentary at first.
Right.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because there was a guy in CZW that pretty much just took his name and was like, I'm going to be the next one. And just how he deals with that, where he's like, eventually I just told him to stop sending me the videos because it upset me.
That's wild.
It's
That's super weird.
Yeah, it's called The Trade. It's well worth an hour of your time if you're a wrestling fan. It'll kind of bum you out. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it sounds anything but uplifting.
Yeah. It's got a slight positive message at the end, but it is kind of a bummer.
Right on. All
I think
You're
that's
going
it.
on, Knize.
One thing is, yesterday when we were at Walgreens right before I got asked about Star Wars tickets, picked up some Sweet Heat Starburst. I am a
Starburst.
Sweet Heat Starburst. I am a limited edition Starburst flavor connoisseur, you would say. Whenever I see new Starburst flavors out, I need to try them. Starburst is one of my favorite editing fuel snacks because you have to individually unwrap them. You can't just shove a bunch in your mouth real quick. They last longer that way, and they got a lot of sugar, a lot of flavor.
That's a good point.
And they come in a variety of flavors. I really do like the sweet and sour ones. They've got like sour apple and sour cherry, and the summer splash ones are really good. So these are Sweet Heat Starburst. And essentially, they're the regular Starburst flavors, but they're all hot. Let me read you off the flavors here. Fiery water.
I'm very mixed me think about this already.
Fiery watermelon, flamin' orange, strawberry mango, pipe pineapple. So I guess they're not the regular flavors, but they taste like the regular flavors, except for they're spicy, and not like a. It's an interesting spicy. It's almost like you're eating Starburst with Vicks Vapo Rub on your chest. That's the sensation.
Sounds really unpleasant.
It's like,
all right.
It's very chemically. Would not recommend.
That sounds terrible.
And that's it for me.
That is so gross. This is so terrible. Jose, you awake? What's up?
Still catching up on Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll. You guys like Dennis Leary? Anybody else watching that?
I'm not a
It's
huge.
on my Hulu to watch.
I'm not
which
a
means
huge
It will
Den-
never happen because you've got the time to go back and watch an entire show.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Dennis Leary fan, and I've seen bits of that show, and it doesn't really appeal to me.
Well,
I like Dennis Leary quite a lot. So I don't know, maybe.
I love it.
Yeah, cool.
So fuck off.
Awesome. I think that's it. Look at us, in and out in like 2 hours. It has been a hot minute since we
Got
did
2
that.
more hours to go. Let's fire up a movie. What are we watching?
Let's watch Inhumans episodes 3 and 4.
Yeah.
All right, haven't done that yet.
I would, if I wasn't exhausted, I would call Kelly on his bluff right now so hard. I was like, fuck it, let's go.
Let's go. Like, oh, the hubris.
Oh man, breaking news. At the WrestleCon Pancakes and Pile Drivers show has now been upgraded to the Super Indie Summit. The Wrestling Revolver will be also joined by Fight Club Pro and AAW.
So it's not Pancakes and Pile Drivers anymore?
Oh, it's still Pancakes and Pile Drivers.
Ah.
It's just 3 companies doing one giant show. It'll at 11 a.m. Saturday, April 7th.
Nice.
Hell yes.
I think
New
we
Orleans,
need to.
Louisiana, at the Sugar Mill. Tickets go on sale. Oh shit, tomorrow.
We need to, for spring break.
Thursday. Never
and-
mind. Thursday.
For spring break and for Pancakes and Pile Drivers, and any other show that has a theme like that, we need to play up the theme like those people at spring break did with the pool noodles and shit. Like, we need to, for Pancakes and Pile Drivers, we need to show up in fucking pajamas. ready to rock and roll, and for spring break we need to bring our best spring break gear.
Well, it's not even spring break. It's Joey Janela's Mardi Gras.
Well, it's on the schedule. It still says spring break, but
Okay,
it makes
okay,
more
all right.
sense. It makes sense that it would be Mardi Gras, but I think the spring break brand is strong, so I would keep that if I were him,
Yeah.
because you can do spring break anywhere.
Yeah, hands down. Absolutely.
It just worked out that he did it for the first time in Florida, but it still works. Because what happens when WrestleMania is in Tacoma, Washington? Like, there's no fucking party. What's the party in Tacoma, Washington? the Joey Janela's legal weed dispensary.
Joey Janela's. I mean, it's always raining.
Yeah. Shit.
Joey Janela's jump in the puddles. There ain't nothing else to do.
Joey Janela's, hey, there's Kurt Cobain's grave.
Oh, that's fucked up. Oh. All right, let's call it a night.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So, email us, PopCast@PanelsOnPages.com, or leave us a voicemail by calling 616-951-1POP.
Yeah, we want you to weigh in. Is it an omelet or isn't it?
Is
Not a
it
fucking omelet.
or isn't it? Is it not? Comma, in fact, an omelet.
I knew I should have got that copywritten.
I
Copyrighted?
know what you think.
I don't
That
think you
too.
can copyright an egg taco.
I mean, some motherfucker can patent podcasting. I'm just saying. Patent troll Taco Bell. Oh shit! You should patent troll Taco Bell. we got audio confirmation about when that idea was birthed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. Someone will take that case. If you'll take that case,
Okay,
call us.
I'm into it. I'm into it. If we win, the settlement should be they have to bring back chili cheese burritos.
And not
No,
like
I
a
want them to
couple.
bring-
Don't
can we
pull a
get
McDonald's.
them to bring back the waffle taco too?
That waffle taco was boss.
It was fucking awesome.
It was the waffle. Wasn't it a waffle chicken taco?
I think so. Yeah.
And it had like spicy jalapeno honey on it.
And the fucking the chicken nacho, the chicken chips.
Oh, they still have those. Mary got some last night.
Last time we didn't have them. Oh shit.
yeah. Now they put them inside the quesadilla.
Yeah, they got a crispy chicken quesadilla because they put the chicken chips inside the quesadilla, but there ain't shit crispy about it. You put breaded chicken inside a quesadilla, it's not going to be crispy. Okay?
No, sure won't.
Try that Diablo sauce, though. That shit'll wake you up. That shit's spicier than some Sweet Heat Starburst.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh! I'd never had it before, and I had some, and whew! My lips were on fire.
It's nice and smoky.
It is. It does have a nice smoky flavor.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going out with my lady this weekend for our anniversary date. We're gonna hit up the Rodizio Brazilian steakhouse where they just keep bringing you meats and shit like that. Oh, so nice. So excited. Some exotic flavors. I'll report back on the results. Be good stuff. So yeah, email us, call us, all that stuff. We'll be back here next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages.
Great chat tonight. Thank you guys for coming out. Big turnout.
Fucking good turnout tonight, man. Hey. Come back next week. Good stuff, man. Yeah. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging, everybody. I love it. This has been J-Lo's Play-Doh Fun Factory. For Jason Knize, Jose Guzman, and Kelly Harris. I'm the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. We'll talk to you guys next week. Good night. We love you. Goodbye.
Take it.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo! Boo! Boo!